Boxing King Media in association with Box Raw. Delighted to have with me Adam Azim. Adam, we're here in the hotel. It's good to see you. Firstly, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. Obviously, you haven't been fighting for a number of months now. You were scheduled to fight a couple of months ago on the show, had to be pulled because of your hand. So, most importantly, how is the hand?
Yeah, hands all recovered now. Alhamdulillah, all praise to Allah that things happen for a reason. Um, as when I mean reasons is that I'm fighting on a massive show now. Before I was fighting on your call, obviously headlining that, but now I'm on a massive platform, on a massive occasion like Liam Smith versus EUBANK, and this is number two. So obviously, a lot of people are gonna be eager to watch the fight and see who's gonna win. So I'm very honoured to be on that card.
We'll come to the card in a moment. Obviously, in your last fight, it was the right hand, I believe, that got injured during the fight.
Yeah.
And then it was your left hand
Yeah.
that got, I think, some infection or something afterwards.
Yeah.
So are both 100% okay now?
All 100% okay now. It was just unfortunate that I had to withdraw from the fight because of the hand infection that happened. How it happened was, obviously I was sparring and then obviously had a little cut and then that cut got in, like obviously bigger as the infection got bigger as well. But then it was just unfortunate on like 1 week to the fight that my hand was in agony. I couldn't move, and it's just it was very hard for me. So, as a lot of people say, everything happens for a reason.
I mean, what were you doing to keep yourself mind busy? Because I know you're a man that loves being in the gym, you love your runs,
Yeah.
but you would have obviously taken some time away. So how you been keeping yourself busy?
You know what? To be honest, I just didn't do nothing. I couldn't even run. I couldn't punch bags or nothing because obviously if I sweat, then obviously the sweat will go into the infection. But obviously Shane said to me, what, Adam, I'm going to tell you straight now. Take about 1 or 2 weeks off and then get back into the gym because obviously I'm a guy who loves to train. I'm a guy who always puts everything into always in training. So I always keep myself like sensible when I eat outside the ring as well, obviously. I kept myself busy, but doing a lot of runs as well after a week or so, where everything's just smoothing out a bit. But it was very I guess it was very like frustrating for me because I really wanted to get in the ring and I had a solid 8 week camp. But for this fight, I had such an amazing camp and everything is gone so well. So.
If you look back now at your career so far, your transition to working with Shane McGuigan,
Yeah.
how do you kind of assess that? How do you look at that now? What have you learned by being with Shane and the fights that you've had?
I've learned so much. Every day there's a quote that every day is a learning day, right? Every time I go into that gym, I'm always learning something new, and I feel like that the transition to the amateur to the pro is a perfect transition for me, and I feel like that me training with Shane is just an amazing opportunity for me as well, as he's been amongst world class fighters and he's made world champions as well. So it's good for me as well. And what I've learned that is that there's a lot of the ways you got to do your pads, the way you got to do your bags, the conditioning, the sparring. There's a lot of elements in the training sessions where I've adapted really well into the professional games.
There's a lot of talk about Adam Azim being this next superstar, the a future world champion. Sky are pushing you, your community's pushing you, community's definitely behind you. How do you deal with that? Because you're still very young, still very new to this game. How do you deal with that pressure that is, it's going to just continue to grow?
Yeah, see, how I manage it is that the main thing in boxing, you got to stay disciplined, you got to stay responsible, and don't let anything distract you. Like, the important part is that it's like actually don't get distracted outside the ring. And not a lot of boxers, could get distracted outside the ring. But with me, my discipline outside the ring is very, very good, and my discipline in the ring is also very good. So I always keep myself like, a way that a lot of people thriving about me saying I'm the next superstar. Inshallah, you know Allah makes me the next superstar in boxing, and there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna prove myself that I become world champion. So But as long as I got my team, I got my parents, and I'm always praying, and obviously, inshallah, I accomplish what I need to.
What do you make of the whole kind of circuit now of fighters that you see in boxing with regards to kind of the South Asian community? I asked Hamza Shiraz this the other day as well. We saw Eddie Hearn put on a card in Birmingham. I believe you was there. And there was a variety of different individuals from South Asia. And it seems like, that particular community is really jumping at the chance of becoming fighters. And you're amongst that kind of group and that ethnicity. Must be joyful and happy for you to see so many of them in boxing.
Yeah, it's amazing to see, how many British, Pakistanis, and South Asian boxers are coming through, and it's a good thing that our community, we all support each other. Like as myself, I was there at the Birmingham fight on to watch the show. Obviously, watch the brothers that were fighting, and I was there to support them as well. And the thing is that it's good to see a lot of boxers coming up the ranks as well, and it's good that we all stick as a community because Amir Khan was the person who actually put the platform for the South Asian community, and for myself, I want to do the exact same thing. Inspire the young generation and put myself on the map. And like all the other lot, obviously the South Asian community, they want to put themselves on the map as well. So it's good that we stick together. So which is a good thing.
I got to ask you, and I know it's sensitive, but you did put a tweet out. Obviously, you lost your grandfather very, very recently, and you're dedicating this fight to him. But what does that mean to you? When you lose someone that's loved to you, someone that you're close to? What does that mean to you? How do you reflect on him, and how do you cope moving forward?
See, it was a very tragic death, in our family, and seeing myself really, I was really upset for a couple of days, and I didn't let it get to my head as well. Obviously, I had a massive fight coming up, which is on Saturday, and it was just it's very hurtful to see the old generation going, and my granddad, he's always prayed for me. He always loves me, and the thing is, every time he when I win a fight, he ends up having a massive party in Pakistan, in Kashmir, where he's from. And a lot of people come giving him hugs, say, "Oh, congratulations on your grandson," and he does it all for me as well. So he even FaceTime me. Even I was meant to go to Pakistan to the burial, but unfortunately I couldn't go because I had to prepare for the fight. As my granddad would said to me, focus on your fight and get that win and obviously get that knockout win for him. So this fight is dedicated to him, and as today I was just so focused and thinking about my granddad the whole time, and thinking about the fight, and I've been so focused for this camp, and I just can't wait for Saturday night.
Well said. Your chief support on Saturday night, Liam Smith, EUBANK Jr. You've been main event, but is it good? I know, and I said this to Shane as well. Shane goes, look, in fact, him not being main event, he might actually he will have a bigger audience, not being main event and just being chief support. So, is it good sometimes as well to just drop down from main event and be chief support and reduce that pressure sometimes?
See, obviously it's a massive main event. Obviously, you've got Chris Eubank versus Liam Smith, number 2. Like, you can't get anything better than that. So as I obviously heard about the news, and then when they told me that I want to fight on that show, I grabbed it with my both 2 hands, and I'm like, yeah, definitely I'll fight on that. And obviously I say to myself, like, I'm gonna be just before them anyways, but there's I call it the prospects that are before them as well. So they got top prospects coming through as well, such as myself on the card as well. So it's great that I'm on a massive platform, and it's gonna be thousands of people there. I fought on the Manchester card, or Khan versus Brook, but obviously I had a slot of I came out about 7:30. So it was very packed, but it wasn't as packed as what I am going to be fighting on Saturday night. So I'm very excited. So yeah.
Anything special for the ring walk?
Do you know what? It's just going to be a normal ring walk, to be honest. Like I've got it's just going to be me walking in the crowd, enjoying it, sucking up the environment that is there, and it's going to be electrifying as well. So the thing is, I've on my back for my top is my granddad's name, and he's also on the shorts as well. So this fight is dedicated to him, and this fight means everything to me right now.
Has the time that you said that you want to become a champion, has that changed now because you've had a delay due to injury, or are you on course? I think you said 2024.
Do you know what? It's not really a delay, and I'm still young as well. So, and the thing is that obviously Allah's the best of planners. That obviously I had this delay for a reason, and obviously maybe I might get early, maybe I might not get early. But it's hopefully by next year December. That is my plan to become world champion by then. So it's just like, you know, it's a little delay, but it's still the same journey for me.
Prediction Saturday night: Smith EUBANK, repeat or revenge?
Do you know what? I'm going for Liam Smith for this one. He looks you know, ready. I've seen him at the media workout. You know, he's looking good. Chris Eubank, he looks ready. He looks ready, but I think he changed trainers a bit too early, in my opinion. Like, you can't like get a trainer in the space of, was it 4 weeks, and then obviously, like, you know, think you can get the outcome. But obviously he thinks that he's going to get the win, and it's good because obviously a lot of people think it's a 50-50 fight. But I personally think Liam Smith is definitely going to win again. So.
Okay, Adam, appreciate your time. Yeah, it's Wednesday night tonight, tomorrow, Thursday press conference, Friday weigh-in, and then roll on Saturday night. We look forward to seeing you in the ring.
Yeah, thank you.
Adam.